So this is the Homosassa Springs Wildlife State Park.
Watch your face. You wouldn't want to get sick.
The bear back there is getting no attention.
Where I come from, man, that's what people are trying to do.
Eat the alligator up.
I know they eat a lot of them in the forest, too. Come on, Steph.
That's all I hear is, come on, Steph, come on, Steph.
Yeah, but we wouldn't never get to see nothing else in our lives if we didn't keep moving forward.
I'm watching all the pelicans.
lots of them.
Yeah. And free range in this little area. They can come and go as they please. They got those nesting boxes out there for them.
Oh, look at this. The
Red-tailed hawk.
Is he tied on?
I don't see that he is.
Why is he staying here? He's hurt.
He must be.
He can't get out.
Oh God, he can scratch you up dead.
I don't see that he's tied on anywhere.
Yeah, he was probably injured.
He must
when
have
he was
his.
brought here.
Yeah. Oh, and there's another one right here. No, this one is tied on, isn't he?
No.
No? It's just trash in there.
Crusty car?
Car? I don't know what he is. It's pretty. He is pretty.
Oh, I see. They're two different.
Yeah, they got to be hurt.
Yeah.
That's usually how they get here anyhow. State parks and stuff.
Oh, that's what it says. It says they have a partial wing amputation because of their injuries, though.
Made his body look real small. There's a tooth area.
Look how he's looking. Red-tailed croaky. Oh, the cranes. You see the, oh, look at all the ibis. Where'd they go?
The flamingos. That's one, but there's more of little species and more flamingos.
Here's an nhanga over here.
Yeah, it is.
They just put their trays in there and let them eat. Or they fill up their trays, I guess. Got bunches of white ibis over there. It said there was a, oh, okay, I see him. Look how white his bill is. We're almost back to the front. What's in here? Owls?
That one's winking at us.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Sleeping.
blind in that one eye.
No, I think he's sleeping.
It's hard to see them through this fence in the picture. The barred owls. Excuse me. And these are the barn owls.
Look at the owls. They each have their own little house. And when they poop,
Now look at the osprey. The osprey. And the flamingos.
bye-bye. Say bye-bye, flamingos.
Why does the flamingo sleep with one leg?
I don't know why they perch on one leg.
How do them so either?
Look at this one, it's sleeping. Look, right here, it's sleeping. It's got its one leg and it's got its neck turned all around and its head tucked in. Look at him sleep like that. Can you sleep like that? Well, their bodies are made different than ours. They got long necks. Somebody picked them up, stretched them out. Great horned owl. Is that a full Aussie? A border collie. A beautiful dog.
Gorgeous. Great horned owl. Says these are the Florida foxes. One laying down over there. One kind of straight through these trees. That's what I do around our house too when I want to hear them. Fox squirrel.
Yeah. Look at the white one back in there.
Trying to get it out of the sun so I can.
Yeah.
They got lettuce and stuff in there for them to eat.
Look at this one, Joe, right up here.
What's in here? Wolves. Red wolves, it says. Chester and Rose. Oh, here he is.
Oh man. Scared me.
It scared you?
She
Where-
scared you. Me too.
Making its walk.
Yeah, we didn't see him at all yesterday.
I don't know.
What is that? A cow?
It says it's a red wolf.
Okay.
I think that's Jesse.
Yeah, Chester and Rose.
Yeah.
It says that they're the most endangered species. All the way in the back.
I gave you a shove.
Look like a
Oh, he's
German
coming.
Shepherd.
Coming back.
Yeah, I
A
guess.
little bit. Did he come? He probably was.
Look at the
Same
path.
thing.
Look at the path he's walking round and round the same exact path.
Yeah. That's because he wants to run. He
Yeah.
wants to go.
So they can't shoot the deer.
He don't want to be in captivity.
No,
Yeah, so
I
sad.
wouldn't either.
But
The wolves have to.
he's probably better in here so nobody can't kill him.
Yeah, and they feed him in here. You don't have to even worry about going out and hunting.
He would, you know how he'd be if he was out in the field, like a deer hunting field. These hunters out
Oh yeah, they would shoot him dead. What is this big metal box for?
But they wouldn't know he was in danger. See, I didn't know that was
This
real.
large metal box is a transportation crate, similar to what is used for your own cat or dog. This one's for the resident alligators.
Great, that. Catch him.
I guess.
Oh, you saw a squirrel, didn't you? Could be your squirrel, too.
So these rooms, I want to drive around Texas Sunday.
So that could have been what we seen that day up there in Bays Mountain, was a red wolf instead of a coyote. And back to the same alligator. So that just loops around.
Man, look how thick that algae is on that.
Yeah. The alligator that was out there earlier is
Jesus.
not visible now. I don't know where he's at. Oh, he's out there. I see him.
This place ain't that busy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a little later in the day. A lot more people here. Look up. He's got a bunch of algae on top of his back from coming out of it.
What's this over here? Oh, he's in the water.
Oh,
Big
the-
hippo.
Lou. He was asleep earlier, standing up there.
Look at Gigi. Yeah, not. Look at Gigi. What's that? See what's that? Look at the dog.
Just chilling out.
It worked.
Come on. Oh my.
Say bye, Hrdlick. Maybe on the way back, he'll be there.
This is that one that was by the
at
log a
that
while ago.
alligator.
Probably. Yeah, that's what I said. This is the one that was beside the log earlier.
It is alive, too. That's a real gator.
Yeah. Same one we saw in the water a while ago. Look at
Look
his
how
teeth.
clean his teeth is. You can tell they bleach them.
Get his teeth whitening. All right, you want to go back around that way?
Which way? Going back around? This way? There's a boat way that way.
That's the way we came in.
We didn't go to the right.
That's the way we came in by the pretzel place. It goes back over by the manatees. You want to go back around that way?
Well, no. Let's go back around.
Well, yeah, because I didn't get any of them on here. Remember, that's the footage we lost, all of them? Yeah, it's getting to be a lot of people now.
So we got to go back to the fish aquarium.
Lou, the honorary citizen of Homosassa. This was the gator bites where we got that pretzel earlier.
Good pretzels. Good. Some pretzels.
When we seen Lou earlier, we were right here in the splatter zone, so he's in the water now, rinsing all that splatter off. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. We are Stephanie and Oliver Chavis.
We've been trying to video all day.
We have been trying, but we are welcoming you now to Salty Reflections, and we are at Homosassa Springs State Park, checking out their animals that they have here and pretty plant vegetation. Right here, the white-tailed deer. There were a bunch over here earlier when we came, and none now.
Oh, I found the animal.
I don't know why it's up in the tree. Is there a nest up in there?
Yeah.
You think it's nesting? I didn't know that big of a
There's
bird.
some big turtles
built a nest
right
up
here.
there.
See the turtle? See them out on the log?
Oh, 2 turtles.
What kind is it, guys? Do you remember from seeing the ranger show the other day? We can't really see its belly, can we? To see if it's a
It's a
The yellow slider? Yellow sliders.
Oh, I just saw a big manatee over there, that way. We're coming up on the rehabilitation area.
I was going to say that.
Okay. The rehabilitation area where they have a few that are in this small little pool here.
Holy mackerel.
And they can freely go through this area, under this canal, which is open. And you can see that he's going through under there. And there's an area fenced off out here where they can swim while they are rehabilitated until they're released back into the public manatee area.
Back home we do 225.
Are we having fun yet?
I am.
It is a cool place. They got a little window viewing area here. What's in there? Oh, nothing.
Water.
Water and leaves. Must be where they do something. I feel sure they do something in that area.
We work on those manatees in there.
Yeah. Exercise them, kind of like physical therapy maybe.
Probably.
Make them run around and around in the circles. So this area there is fenced off, and you can see where they do have. I'll show you.
That's one of my favorite spots. Right here too.
Yeah, this was a really cool spot a while ago.
Too bad we've already been through it.
Yeah, we lost all the footage from here, so we're walking back through.
Nothing here now.
But this is the fenced-in area where those that are in that pool are allowed to come up in here. I see a turtle
Oh, look at here.
down there, and tons of fish right here.
Those look like the hogfish. We actually catch a lot of them in South Carolina offshore fishing.
Yeah, sometimes they're called pigfish or hogfish, whichever one you want to call them.
You call them pigfish or hogfish?
I call them hogfish for the most part, but I seen on the little paper that they actually were considered to be pigfish. But I see a turtle here, 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 several turtles. But you can see that they do have this fenced off, enclosed right now. But all these fish are amazing. I don't know how well you can see them since they're in the shadows. You can see those that are out of the shadow. Wow, there's thousands of fish right there. And here, really big snook. I see a manatee over there. So many fish out there. I don't know if you guys can see them.
Alright, we're gonna have to skip the thing. Alright, come on, let's keep going.
How about this one?
This way.
Sheepshead.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
And the sheepshead over here. A couple sheepshead out there with some snook. All the manatee that were in this area have moved on. Tons and tons of fish.
Big mullet. 18 inches.
Yeah,
Them would make some good smoked mullet, I bet.
yeah, those are big ones.
Would you smoke one? Need it?
Sure.
One of these?
Well, not out of here,
Why?
because these are up here in this protected area. But if you caught one outside of here, yeah,
They probably feed these.
probably. Try to get in the shadow a little bit so maybe you can see better.
And earlier when we come through here, there were what, 7 or 8 manatees here?
Yeah,
One even swam through with the baby.
right. So I see one manatee out there now.
So you will get to see them with the babies with them here, right?
Yeah.
Little wood duck over here. And
I don't know if you can really see
you
the...
lost the boat, right?
It looked like none of that footage was any good, but we'll have to see once we get back home to a computer. I hate that we lost it, but we'll have to rely on our own memories now.
Well, nothing from this trip, yeah.
We were hoping to share it with you guys, but cameras do what they do. They don't like to video sometimes. They videoed when we were testing them at home for hours with no problem. Brought them out here, and as soon as we brought them out here,
They really did. I mean, Stephanie messed with them, you know, at least, what, 2 or 3
days.
4 days
Yeah,
testing.
yeah, because we
But
kept
it
having
was
issues
that
with
last
them.
time that she put them back together, she didn't do something right. I'm
Something,
telling you. And
'cause
this
neither
happens
camera-
all the time, stuff. And I know it's not your fault. It ain't, right?
I say it's not. This camera's working fine.
Whose fault is it?
I see one right there. Let's see if he'll stay there till we get up here. Couple big ones.
Looks like he's munching.
One there in the shadow. And one halfway in the shadow. Oh, that one's got a little baby by it.
I know. That's cute. What do you guys want to do? That is adorable. We need that. It's a manatee boat. I bet you they get to go wherever. That's amazing.
So what a very cool river to come up to and just anchor, maybe swim around, catch a view of some manatees. I see a few out in the water. There's one way over there by the sign. There's one about halfway in between us and the sign. I know it's hard to see through the water.
There's one under here.
There's 3 on this side, right beside the dock, over there.
This
one with a
has got
baby.
Gashes on it. We must have saw 100 of them yesterday. Yeah, there was a good bit out of here by.
Yeah, earlier this morning.
Good many right over there. Some of the shallows over there too.
Yeah, we came in at Crystal River, pushing Kings Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna head over there too.
Yeah, someone says it's better to see them in the morning, which there was a lot more here early this morning. So
Have you ever rented the boat and gone out swimming with them?
not this time trip.
Okay.
We got a trip coming up.
Yeah. Yes, I said I'm gonna have to mark this river, so we'll have to come with the boats.
Hey, Glenda. Over there. Mom and a baby right there in front of them people.
Oh yeah. Nice. Let me move out of the way a little bit.
You see this fish are
Look at this one on here, so see the gas.
Yeah, I got a picture of him from the top a little bit. It's hard to see him.
So they get hit by these boats.
Yeah, and you can see the pattern of his gashes as that propeller going around.
I can see a lot of the boaters trying to be cautious by lifting their motors a little bit, you know, angling the foot of the motor up a little bit so it's not as deep in the water. But
Right.
sometimes they still get hit.
Yeah, because they come right to the surface to breathe. So that one over there's got a bunch of fish around it, cleaning the debris off his back. So, Homosassa.
I think jet drive motors would be better in an area like this than ones with propellers. You know, the jet drive shoots out like a stream of water to push it instead of having like a spinning propeller. You know, that's what jet skis use.
Yeah,
It's the internal
right.
spinning
Look at all the vines on this.
impeller that pushes water through it to make it go stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. So this is the garden of the springs section. It tells you lots about the different plant life here. And a little greenhouse is attached on the back of this little discovery center.
These are those air plants.
Yeah, I see the air plants in there.
The ones that
Bunches
grow out
of
of the
them.
ground. And pieces of azalea.
Yep.
They may be trying to root these.
Yeah, trying to propagate them.
Azaleas are really easy to root, so they can just stick them in a, you know, cut the stem off, stick them in a jar with some water. Hey,
Yep, they start rooting.
root new ones for the area.
Verbena. Got
Lots
some
of
beautiful
plants we root
verbena.
like that, right?
That's right. Yep. You can root lots of plants in water or soil. Lots of little cypress knees. I was gonna walk through the garden section to go around. Just right here, it's just around this side of the building versus that side of the building where there isn't anything.
Yep, they're long. I mean, it's a nice one.
Beautiful plants.
You didn't want to walk over that bridge over there?
Thought we just came through there.
We did, but thought you might want to do it again. Why not one
It's
more
the same
time?
exact area.
Underwater observatory.
And we've already been through this area, but like I said, we lost the footage, so
How many times you gonna say we're gonna been through here?
well,
How many?
as many times as I decide I want to. And we've gone through this little discovery center.
You going back through it?
No, I don't guess so. It's got oh, you do want to go through?
You're gonna have to.
And it was so empty when we came in here earlier. There was nobody in here. And now it's packed.
Look at the well. Look at these big shells.
Yeah, these big shells were very pretty. Big helmet, turtle shell, Florida fighting conch, lightning whelks, a big huge lightning whelk over here. The queen conch, lots of clams and oysters. The manatee skeleton.
Did you look up above you? You saw the skeleton hanging on?
They have lots of little interactive things for children to do. Skulls, bobcat, gray fox, the key deer, look how small. The nutria, an ibis, and the roseate spoonbill. You can see how flat their bill is, small, large compared to the size of their head. The manatee skulls.
And a rib and a vertebra.
Very heavy.
Yes.
You filled up since we were in here earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, the middle of the day
vertebrae?
is our busiest time.
Yeah. Everybody's out and about. They've had their breakfast and roaming around. Some of the things you guys are familiar with if you watch regularly.
Leatherback?
That's probably not a leatherback. No. That's probably maybe a green or...
That's a great.
Yeah. That's what I would think. Because of how small it is, too.
It's your vertebra and ribs.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
I've never seen that till I got here, turned it over and said, oh, that's where they are.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the different skeletons. Wow, that's
Look at
a
the wild
large...
boar. Look at the tusk.
And the dolphin skull.
And how about the sea turtle skull?
Brown pelican. Carousel. Or caracal. Sea turtle.
Deer.
Little small deer.
That's those deer.
Turtle
like
shells.
we seen.
Bird nest. Very cool. Lots of stuff about snakes and about the alligator and crocodile scoots.
These are Jakey's ribs right here. That's from a manatee.
Scoots help the alligator regulate its temperature. That's what this is talking
Yeah.
about.
Very cool. More interactive things for the kids to do. They can do a tracing of the different animals. This was the Garden of the Springs Discovery Center. And we did notice when we got off of the boat that they actually had strollers and things like that you could get.
Yep.
They had concession areas, a gift shop.
And the boat ride, man.
Yeah, the boat ride
over
was
here
cool.
Nice
And you
tour
guys
boat.
know that we're on a boat regularly, so we're not just saying that. And it was only $3 per person additional to take the boat tour versus just the tram. And the admission each was $13 per adult. I think I started saying that earlier, and then I got interrupted and got in conversation.
With who?
But another family, they were asking about the bear. Remember?
I don't remember that.
Remember? Yep, that's what happened. So we're coming back around now to an underwater observatory area.
This is a cool spot.
This is a really cool spot. So we had to come back around and share with you guys
This is probably my
this
favorite
area.
spot of the whole
And the whole little park area here, as you can see on the left hand of the screen,
the whole trip around.
it's just one big loop, basically. And I think they said it was a 1 mile loop, technically. And it said right here, fish that visit the Homosassa Springs. They got the crevalle jack, the striped mohara, sheepshead, tarpon or the silver king, Atlantic needlefish, remora, Florida gar, long-nosed gar, striped black mullet, ladyfish, hardhead catfish, the common snook, which I thought were striper when I first saw them, but yeah, snook, gray snapper, the mangrove snapper, spotted sea trout, black drum, and redfish, or spottail as we call them a lot in our area. And look at all the snook here. Wow, that's a big one.
They've got Popeyes. Snapper. Mangrove or gray snapper. They good eating. They good eating. I might have a cast net right now. One cast right there. I'll be happy.
Yeah, that big one might pull you in. So lots of things for people to see and enjoy. And look how they school up. So there's like nothing all around them, and then one little school. That's a tight little packed school over there. Big snook down there. Huge ones. Beautiful. But no manatee over here that I see. Lots of big snook, fish, Jack Crevalle. One manatee on the way out over there. And this area just loops back around where you see that bridge over there where people are walking. That loops back around to that area. So if you could see it from an aerial, yeah. Yeah, I did. I tried to get a picture of him, but he was kind of in the shadow, so I'm not sure if I got him. It's hard to see in the screen. But yeah, if you could see an aerial view, around this curve right here is that same fenced area where the rehabilitation area is, and then goes under the little bridge and back out to the main part of the river. So they've got that area blocked off where those boats were parked, where they can't come in here.
Yeah, and right up under this structure here is a spring that feeds this.
That's right. So this is where the natural part of the spring is, and they've dug it out to create this area for us to enjoy. Lots and lots of fish over there. All right. And I didn't see any manatee. Let me check, make sure there's not one on this side. Nope. So let's go under the moan. 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 All right, so we're going underwater. You ready?
This is like a floating boat with like windows outside.
Yeah, this is cooler than that.
And the windows are a little hazy because they got a little bit of algae buildup and stuff like that on them.
Yeah, and you can see they're very thick. Like I can see these glasses probably an inch or so thick.
At least an inch and a half. Just looking at it, it's hard to determine.
Yeah.
Look at this leaf going by. See the distance
right
between my knuckle and the
glass.
leaf. So.
So not much on this side.
Like this one,
Oh, there's the big snook.
this area where this is at, it's like a big hole right here.
Right.
This is the only area here with a big hole, and they call this fish bowl.
Fish bowl, that's right. I did see that.
The fish bowl.
Look at these mullet. Look
And
how
that
big.
Snook right here. Yeah, some of the biggest mullet I've ever seen here.
Yeah, the one with the line on them. Yeah. Some jack.
Tons of Jack Crevalle. Jack Crevalle.
They're everywhere, though.
Golly, man.
Those are small ones there, though. Look at all these little hogfish.
Jeez. All the little pig fish.
Yeah.
pigfish,
Pigfish or hogfish, whatever you want to call them.
and I thought is that like similar to the grunts?
I think it is in the grunt family. I think it has to
They
be.
got to be close to it.
So this is a picture here of the common inshore fish of Florida. So a lot of what we're seeing in here right now are the jack crevalle, the snook, the mullet. We saw a few sheepshead, and we're seeing lots of pigfish. And some pompano. I saw some pompano earlier. It's hard to tell those and the jack crevalle apart from this area. Very cool.
Really cool. You can see that this area has got that air conditioning for those hot days.
Yeah, I can imagine on really hot days they'd need air conditioner in here for sure. Especially if it gets really crowded with people. Yes, it's pretty warm even today, and it's only in the 60s.
No, this is just a cast iron made structure. It's kind of like a barge connected to the bank with the boat with a ramp.
So we missed the footage of the manatees. We'll see if that is recoverable, but I doubt it is from the way the camera acted. Oh well. So you guys will just have to come and see it for yourself, maybe, if you don't get to see many manatees. What is it? Oh, the snook. It's hard to see down in the reflection. They're coming under this way, so maybe they'll come out here.
And you can see when you're looking down under it now what I was talking about, it being more like a boat. Like focusing down under it is nothing that holds it to the bottom that I can see. So that's a floating structure. Big cast iron, those big windows, that's where we was just at.
That's right.
Look at those school of fish right here. Out in the sun.
Yeah, I looked at them earlier, how tight they were packed compared to the other little schools. All right, let's walk on around. Yeah, that one would be awesome. So when you enter, you'll come through this building, and as you exit, you'll go back to the same building. Oliver's already up ahead of me. So I got the gift shops. If you come straight off the road instead of the building where we came through, this is another area where you purchase your tickets, restrooms and things like that in here, as well as a really nice gift shop and canteen area where Oliver's gotten us a snack. And we're going to go into the gift shop for just a quick look around. Get all your Homosassa Springs memorabilia. Really cute stuff. So you can get you a souvenir and come out and have a snack, and that's what we're doing as we wait on time for our boat to go back across and take us back out. So we've got some nachos and cheese and some Pepsi. So how'd you enjoy your trip, Oliver?
10.
We have enjoyed it, and we're going to take you for a little bit of the boat ride back as we travel back. So you come out of that building, and it shows you here. This is the area on the road, and we're waiting to cross the road to go back over to the boat. But if you come in off the road straight into that building and purchase tickets there, this is the parking area. Right on this side. Looking for a street name, but I don't see one right here. But
Okay, thank you.
this is back to the boats. They also have a tram that runs, or the guide said you can actually walk. And this boat just got here. So you can see we got to go all the way around. She just got cut through right there. So if there's a long line to wait, you can go through that maze. And this is the boat that we're going to be getting back on to get out of here. We're on the egret. We came in on the anhina. Oh, and that's the roseate spoonbill. So all the little tour boats are named after the shorebirds. And we will wait for time to leave. They leave every hour and half hour.
Gar, brim, and catfish. Turtles, we have yellow belly sliders, red belly sliders, snapping turtles, alligator snapping turtles, softshell turtles. There are alligators in the creek. There's also river otters in the creek. Birds you may see along the way: great blue herons, little blue herons, egrets, ibis, and hingas, cormorant, limpkins, wood duck, osprey, hawks, and eagles. This black bite you see floating on the water here is a project they're doing in the Homosassa Springs River area. It's called river restoration, where they're dredging silt off the bottom of the riverbed, and they're going to replant grass for the manatees. All the grass died from fertilizer nitrogen runoff.
Humans.
This has been done in several other springs. It's a fairly successful project, albeit very long. It takes at least 2 years to do this project. In the interim, we've been feeding the manatees thousands and thousands of pounds of lettuce every year from the mid-November through mid-March, which is the cold snap. Now this pipe is floating right now. They are not dredging now because they don't want to stress out the manatees with all the noise from the dredging equipment. We're hoping this project will be finished up by the fall, and then maybe by next year the manatees will be able to start eating on their own.
The woodpeckers have loved that tree.
Now as we go up the creek, you're going to start probably noticing some wood duck. There's a couple right there over to the right. The males are very colorful. Females are brown with a white spot around their eye. These wooden boxes you see along the way with the poles on them and cones underneath them are wood duck nesting boxes. Those cones are there to keep predators from getting into the nest and eating their eggs. Predators such as snakes, opossums, squirrels, and raccoons. Now when the wood duck mate, the female will fly into that box. She'll lay 10 to 12 eggs, sit on it for about 28 days till they all hatch.
Look at front.
Then she'll come out, young will follow her out. Unfortunately, the 10 to 12 that are hatched, usually 3 or 4 will make it to adulthood. Adulthood, there are a couple of wood duck up in front of the boat now. Now this island we're going behind here is called Osprey Island. For 22 years we had a couple osprey that would come here every year to mate. Ospreys mate for life, they come back to the same nest for life. They have a life expectancy of about 28 years. Well, after 22 years, Hurricane Ian blew their nest away, so when they came back and saw the nest was gone, I guess they decided to move on and find another nest.
I wonder if it was up in that big pine. There's a really big one back
They
this
would
way.
stay here from January till about mid-June when their young were old enough to fly on their own. And then they'd head back. They usually come from Central or South America. Ospreys aren't native to Florida. Some ospreys do stay here year-round. They originally originated from Central and South America. Okay, off to our left here, there's a log in the water. Has several turtles on it. Turtles are cold-blooded. They like to sit in the sun and stay warm. Alligators are also cold-blooded. They also like to sit in the sun and stay warm. Haven't seen them in a couple of weeks.
We did. We did.
Seeing anything interesting? It looks like that could have been an alligator over there. That root right there on the edge.
Yeah, in the late 1920s, there were a couple of investors who wanted to turn this into a resort area. They did start a project, but in 1929, the stock market crashed. We went into the Great Depression, and they lost their funding for that project. Had they not, we might not have this park here today. We probably wouldn't be on this boat. Now, up ahead of us here on the front left of the boat is the only remnant of that project from the 1920s. It's a cement footing. It's one of four. It was going to be used to house a water tower. The water tower was never built. The other three footings are buried under all this dirt off to the left. This creek was dredged for the boat ride, and all the dredgings were piled up on the left side. These evergreen trees you see hanging out over the water are cedar trees. They were a big crop in Florida in the 1920s through the 1950s, used for cedar closets, cedar chests, cedar fence posts, most commonly. And still today, the wood that they use for pencils.
Did you have a hot tub? Pencils. Not know that.
Yeah, that smell.
Yeah, right.
Sharp.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Someday I move to a house.
Yeah, I'm going to slow down here. I might have to even stop. We're going to meet another boat that's going to come around the backside of this island. We'll go around the other side. This is our passing point.
My mom made it all by herself.
What's going on here?
He said we're going to slow down because we're going to meet another boat.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure the motor wasn't messed up. I was going to work on it.
At least we got somebody who could work on it if we needed somebody to.
1920s and 30s, there was a train that would come here from Ocala, Gainesville area. It was called a mullet train. It would come down, pick up ice-bound barrels of mullet, bring it back to Ocala and Gainesville. It's also during Prohibition, and it's rumored that they used to smuggle moonshine in the bottom of those barrels of mullet for shipment up north. People would also ride that train down. They'd come down for the day, swim in the springs of the fishbowl, headwaters of the Homosassa River. That's the spring that was in the park. It's 50 feet deep and pumps about 6 million gallons of water an hour into the Homosassa River. That underwater observatory we have on there, we're going to be renovating that later on this year. We're going to replace all the glass in the windows and then put on a new roof on it.
I'm like, it's not a fish tank. I can't imagine they'd be down there like swimming in the It was less foggy later.
Right.
Yeah.
All the manatees.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Yeah, we think we got here right at the right time this morning. There were a lot more in the
No,
park.
that's
The early
we went
bird
behind.
gets to
That was
work.
one, yeah, we
That
went
seems to be
behind.
the way it is a lot of places, though. As long as you go early.
Well, it's funny because when we go to the zoo in Michigan,
Okay, these flowers you see off to the right here, those are wild
Right.
azaleas.
today was great.
Now, from the 1960s through the 1980s, this was an exotic wildlife park. It was a zoo. It was privately owned. Did fairly well in the beginning, and then when Disney came to the area, they started losing money. From 1978 through 84, the park changed hands several times, with the last owners going bankrupt, and then the county came in and took over the park from September 84 until December 31st, 1988, at which time the state bought the park and took it over January 1st, 1989. Now, they didn't want to be in the business of running a zoo. So they converted it to what it is today, a Florida Wildlife Rehabilitation Center for injured Florida animals. What we do here is take in injured Florida animals, we nurse them back to health, and release them back into the wild. Now there are a couple of exceptions. If the animal is too badly injured and cannot be rehabilitated, it'll stay here for the rest of its life. And the other is if it develops a human imprint, it will stay here for the rest of its life. The human imprint is when an animal gets too dependent on humans for its day-to-day needs and cares. We do have an animal hospital behind the park that's not open to the public, main reason being they don't want those animals to develop human imprints. So when an injured animal is brought out, they're isolated only to be seen by the caregivers. And once they are well enough, they're released into the wild. That bird on our left here is an anhinga. It's got its wings spread out. Anhingas, unlike other birds, do not have oil in their feathers. Anhingas like to fish, so when they come out of the water, they have to sit in the sun with their wings spread to dry them before they can fly any great distance.
No, he's younger.
Okay, sure you all saw Blue Hippo while you were in there. He's the only exception to the rule of Florida animals here. But when they turned this into a Florida-only wildlife park in 1989, the citizens of Homosassa didn't want to see Lou leave. They petitioned the governor. The governor made Lou an honorary citizen, and that allowed Lou to stay here for the rest of his life. Lou turned 64 on January 26th this year. He is the oldest living African hippopotamus in captivity, probably in the world for that matter. They only live 30 to 40 years in the wild.
So Florida helps everybody live longer, huh? Even the hippos.
It's the salt water.
Yeah.
Salt in there.
Yeah.
Some more ducks.
Life expectancy is 11 years longer for people to live closer
Along the
to
coast,
the coast.
yeah.
I believe that. I'm probably happy to do.
Like,
Some days.
like 2 more seconds.
Okay, on our right here is a little cove. That's our boathouse that's down there. If you look to the last slip on the left, there's an old gray boat in there that came from the 1964 New York World's Fair.
Over here.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
on the
used as a
right.
work boat here for years.
Oh, it's that left.
Yeah.
That's a
Since
nice
been
boat.
retired.
Man,
Yep.
This hotel on the left once belonged to the park. But when the state bought the park in 1989, they didn't want to be in the business of running a hotel. So they sold that off. This bridge that goes over to the hotel does belong to the park, and we are responsible for maintaining it.
I mean, a damage will make your phone.
Oh yeah. That one. That part.
we'll also back up in here.
Yeah. The red bird.
Now as we round this bend up here,
Let's see,
you're going to notice some
bridge
green
right here
leaky
connected
stuff
to
floating
this
in the
motel
water.
land over
It's
there.
called water
It's
lettuce. It's an
Yeah.
invasive plant. It was originally brought over here from Japan for use in backyard koi ponds as a decorative plant. Somehow it did find its way into the waterways. Has no nutritional value, cannot be used to feed manatee or any other aquatic life for that matter.
I don't know. I didn't hear him.
I don't know which one he said. It's funny talking too much.
You talking too much.
All right, we're going to be docking here in another minute or so. Just make sure your arms, hands, body parts are in the boat when we pull into the dock. Don't want anyone getting scraped up.
Looks like we got a line waiting.
All right, thank you all for joining us at the park today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again, folks.
Good job, Cap. Good job. Tell them not to worry. We only lost like 8 people on the way back.
I thought it was like
7, 8. When we come back into the entrance building, and it has developed quite a line today. When we came in this morning, there was absolutely no one. We were the only ones in here. But that was early. So again, they have Plenty of restroom facilities, lots of things that you can see. One of the main things you guys know that we talk about a lot is the trash that gets into the waterways. So this is just some of the trash that they have picked up along the way.
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10, this place.
And
This has been an awesome place to see the wildlife and just the upkeep on the property and everything about it.
we hope you guys have enjoyed touring it with us, and we have certainly enjoyed taking you guys along.